Hello, and welcome to another session of the Fidelity Builder Services Escrow Certification. My name is Elise Johnson. I am the Assistant Vice President of Builder Services Operations for Northern California, and I will be discussing subdivision pricing. We have filed title and escrow rates, which are approved by the California Department of Insurance. Under the CDI, it reads, any amount by which any fee or charge is less than the filed rebate is an unlawful rebate, and every title insurer, controlled escrow company, and underwritten title company which makes any unlawful rebate is in violation of this article and shall be subject to a fine plus possible additional penalties. Meaning we are regulated, as well as our competitors, to charge approved rates. So let's talk a little bit about those rates. In our filed rate manuals, we have two types of subdivision title rates. The S rates, which are commonly known as the 65, 60, 55, 50, and 45% rate tables. These are higher priced title rates. This is where we will have, we'll take that given percentage discount to the filed S rate table, and they're typically reserved for builders doing those allotted unit counts on an annual basis. So for example, if we have a smaller builder doing 20 lots a year, let's say ABC builder, we would recommend the 65% S rate table, where we would collect the most revenue per file. The S1 rate table is typically reserved for our national builders who are doing 1,000 or more lots a year. Doesn't have to be within our state or with us, just 1,000 lots a year, or if we need to be competitive in that area. These are our most discounted rates, and there is a clause in our rate manual that gives us flexibility if we need to be competitive to use these rates, wherein a builder might not be building that amount of units per year, but we need to be competitive. And that clause states that if we are aggregating 5 million or more in policies, and with management approval, we can use the most competitive rate table at our discretion, which would be the S1 table. Meaning if there are, let's say, 20 units, and in aggregate the owners and lenders, or a combination of those policies, equal $5 million, we can be flexible. It's not 5 million in revenue, it's 5 million in policy amounts. So you may have a builder on the S1 rate table because of how we compare to our top market share competitor, First American, in the subdivision space. They have an all-inclusive builder new home rate, and this includes title, escrow, and ancillary services. Their inclusions and exclusions are apples to apples to us, but we beat their bundled rate if we bundle our S1 rate, escrow rate, and ancillary fees. Another unique aspect to our pricing is we have bundled endorsements. You can see at the bottom of our rate manual here, they are listed in our rate manual, and there are no charge to the client whenever using those selected endorsements. We also have filed escrow rates that are determined by the settlement location and not the project location. For example, if you are located and closing in Placer County, you would use the Section B rates in our manual. Subdivision sale escrow services have inclusions and exclusions, and let's review some of those. The inclusions are ordering demands and making payoffs, necessary disbursements other than the lender required unsecured creditors disbursements, company performed and or in-office mobile signing services, courier services for which an individual charge is not assessed, 1 electronic document download, up to 2 overnight delivery services, completion of up to 2 documents, concurrent loan escrow services for 1 loan, and any filing fees and forms required by the California Franchise Tax Board. So I've seen additional charges where you have additional courier services, or you have a mobile notary or a notary performed at the sales center instead of them coming into your office. There's also additional fees for the second and the third loans. The subdivision sale escrow services not included are third-party or out-of-office mobile signing services, additional couriers, lender payoff demand fees, recording fees, transfer tax or governmental fees or charges, and fees and charges for checks returned due to insufficient funds. Online rate calculator. You may have come to me in the past for a compliance-approved Excel programmed fee calculator. There was a need for this because previously SoftPro and the National Online Rate Calculator did not support our complex subdivision scenarios and pricing options. That thankfully has changed, and so we would like to encourage you to use the internal online rate calculator and SoftPro going forward for fees. This will ensure all filed rate manual updates are incorporated and that you are using the most current rates. As we know, projects can take several years to sell out, and a rate increase could happen in the interim. So the internal NRC has a subdivision option now. This online version should not be shared with outside agencies. When you select the builder developer subdivision option shown here, you can then select whether you will be using the S rate or the S1 title option. The rest is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm here as a resource if needed. If you have any questions about what rate table your builder was on previously priced to stay consistent, or how to use this further, please reach out to me. SoftPro now supports the different subdivision title and escrow rates. Please select the California Builder Developer Subdivider Policy Code shown here and the subsequent rate table in the title insurance premium selection. I've also heard that referred to as the tip screen. If you would like an in-depth SoftPro training, we have a representative, Brian Terranova, with SoftPro. Please reach out to me to coordinate that training with Brian. We are also currently working on subdivision template training that will allow you, when you reserve your community order numbers, to drop that community master template into each order and hopefully save you time on each order build out. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this training. I'm available to provide pricing quotes, further training on the NRC, and I'm a resource for you on SoftPro and subdivision pricing. Thank you for your fantastic level of service to your builders. You are the critical component to subdivision builder services. Thank you.